You are not failing because you are lazy. You are failing because something invisible is running your life, and you don't even know it's there. Habits. Not the obvious ones. Not staying up too late or skipping the gym. I'm talking about the quiet, socially acceptable patterns that look completely normal from the outside, while they slowly hollow you out from the inside. Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. But here's the part nobody quotes. The same logic applies to destruction. You are also what you repeatedly avoid, ignore, and excuse. 7 specific habits may be costing you your focus, your confidence, your relationships, maybe even years of your life. And the uncomfortable truth? Most people carry all 7. So before you scroll past this thinking, "This isn't about me," stay. Because habit number 4 alone has quietly derailed more careers and relationships than most people will ever admit. Drop a like if you're ready to be honest with yourself. Leave a comment. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe, because what's coming next could genuinely change how you see your daily life. And please, do not skip any part of this video. Every single point builds on the last. Number 1. Consuming without creating. You watch, you scroll, you listen, and somehow, hours disappear. There's nothing wrong with consuming content until it becomes the only thing you do. Psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi's research on flow states suggests that humans feel most alive when they are actively producing something, not passively absorbing it. Consumption is easy. Creation is uncomfortable, and your brain will always choose easy given the option. Start small. Write 1 paragraph. Record 1 voice note. Sketch 1 idea. The habit of creating, even badly, rewires your relationship with your own potential. Number 2. Treating busyness as identity. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Full stop. Seneca wrote it centuries ago. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a great deal of it. People wear exhaustion like a badge. They say, "I've been so busy," the way others say, "I've been so successful." But busyness without direction is just noise. Ask yourself, busy doing what exactly? Busy moving towards something real, or busy avoiding the quiet that forces you to think? Number 3. Avoiding difficult conversations. That message you haven't sent, that boundary you haven't set, that conversation sitting in your chest like a stone. Avoiding conflict feels like self-protection. Research in communication psychology may suggest otherwise. Avoidance often amplifies the very tension it was meant to dissolve. Silence doesn't make hard things disappear. It gives them room to grow. Say the thing. Kindly, clearly, honestly. Your relationships and your self-respect appear to depend on it far more than comfort does. Number 4. Waiting to feel ready. Nobody feels ready. Not really. Here's what actually happens with high performers. They act first, then confidence follows. Psychologist Carol Dweck's work on growth mindset indicates that readiness is not a feeling you wait for. It's a capacity you build through action. Waiting to feel ready is, in most cases, just fear wearing a more acceptable name. The opportunity does not care about your timeline. Move before you feel prepared. That's the only move that counts. Number 5. Keeping the wrong people close. Not every relationship deserves a permanent seat at your table. Jim Rohn's well-known observation, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," sounds like a motivational poster until you actually audit your circle and realize what that average looks like. This isn't about cutting people off dramatically. It's about being honest about who energizes your thinking and who consistently pulls it downward. Some people, however unintentionally, make you smaller just by proximity. Number 6. Consuming negativity passively. The news. The comment sections. The friend who only calls to complain. There's a concept in media psychology called mean world syndrome. Prolonged exposure to negative media may distort your perception of reality, making the world appear far more dangerous and hopeless than it statistically is. You don't have to be uninformed to be intentional. Curate what enters your mind the same way you'd curate what enters your body. What you absorb daily becomes the lens through which you see everything else. Your mental diet is a choice. Make it deliberately. Number 7. Postponing rest. Rest is not a reward for finishing. Rest is part of the work. Matthew Walker's research on sleep science indicates that chronic rest deprivation doesn't just make you tired. It impairs decision-making, emotional regulation, and memory consolidation at a neurological level. You're not powering through. You're operating with a handicap and calling it hustle. The grind culture that glorifies exhaustion could be one of the most destructive belief systems of this generation. Sleep, pause, recover. These are not signs of weakness. They appear to be conditions for sustained performance. 7 habits, each one disguised as normal, each one quietly expensive. Here's what I want you to hold on to. Awareness is always the first act of change. You cannot dismantle what you cannot see. And now, you see it. William James, the father of American psychology, once wrote, "The greatest revolution of our generation is the discovery that human beings, by changing the inner attitudes of their minds, can change the outer aspects of their lives." You don't need a perfect plan. You need one honest decision, repeated daily, until it becomes who you are. If something in this video shifted something in you, share it. Someone in your life may need this more than they'd ever say out loud. Like this video, leave a comment below, subscribe to this channel, and join a community that takes growth seriously, not just talks about it. The habits that run your life right now were built quietly, one small choice at a time. The new ones will be built the same way. Start today.